Well, Mexican officials say they are ready to talk with the U.S. about drug trafficking. That's a major step as they head to the U.S. But the country's president is doubling down on his claims that the fentanyl crisis does not stem from his country.
The real reason they're coming in, and I think you alluded to it, is these threats, these various threats coming from everyone from Donald Trump to Dan Crenshaw to Tom Cotton to Lindsey Graham, that they're going to bomb Mexico back to the Stone Age.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Geraldo Rivera, the self-proclaimed Walter Cronkite of dope, took a shot at Donald Trump in classic Geraldo style. Fox host Geraldo Rivera said that Donald the Bloated was to blame for the border crisis and fentanyl overdoses over his brute force policies on Mexico. Policies like separating families, putting children in cages, stereotyping an entire group of people as rapists and murderers. Yeah.
What the Mexican president is saying is this. He says, we do not produce fentanyl and we do not have consumption of fentanyl. Okay, the product itself is made in China. They put it together in Mexico.
Hear me out because it's kind of radical. I believe that Donald Trump really did, in his brute force, cause this movement from Mexico.
This is not the first time that Geraldo has played the good cop, bad cop routine on Fox, however. Back in 2020, Geraldo appeared on Hannity and came to the defense of the Biden administration's pilot program to reduce drug overdose deaths in the United States. Same plan that sparked outrage among Republicans at the time. Hannity and then Fox contributor Dan Bongino vehemently disagreed with Rivera, instead being a favor of jail and treatment programs. Rivera reminded them that his opinion on the matter had been shaped by the fact that he had been covering drug epidemics for decades. He was the Walter Cronkite of dope.
They're going to target the cartels as if they are foreign enemies, declare them terrorist organizations, and really use brute force to eliminate the role they play in taking these chemicals from China and mixing this witch's brew that has caused so many deaths, over 70,000 last year alone, just from fentanyl. The Mexicans complain that it's a circular trade. They do the fentanyl, yes, maybe. The United States ships huge amounts of arms, weapons to Mexico. So it is this very nefarious, very malicious trade, the circular trade that goes on.
Rivera had tweeted that he was deeply frustrated by malignant growth in fentanyl overdose deaths. There were 71,000 last year, and GOP members want to go on a war footing with Mexico, declare the cartels to be terrorist organizations, and bomb them to oblivion. Not one mentions civilian deaths or collateral damage. But no one on Fox ever mentions the good things that the current administration has accomplished, like expanding coordination with the support for border cities, taking thousands of smugglers off the streets, and countering smuggler misinformation. No, this is still an attempt to spread misinformation and chaos about the situation on the border. They still want you to believe that the border is wide open and unprotected, which is a total lie. Geraldo got one thing right, however. Donald Trump is to blame for his part in the fentanyl epidemic. This drug is a killer, and Donald Trump didn't do anything to alleviate suffering caused by this drug. He added to it, and that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.